Right, so next add-on I'll be showing you guys is the auction add-on. Now this is a quite buggy one for EU. It works perfectly fine on RU, but this is the only one that I know of that I'm using that is free to use, because the other versions are paid and I didn't really use this one. Anyway, I digress. This is the add-on that I'm using a lot for add-on functions, even on EU, because it still works, but sometimes it doesn't, and you gotta like figure out how it works. Oh wow, it's bugged here. I still have the visit target. What happens is that when you go to the auction house and you open interface, you're gonna see that your chat moves around. So your chat is gone. It's probably gonna be somewhere else. Oh yeah, so the chat you have usually here, or wherever you have it. When you open the add-on, the chat is gonna open here and like in bigger form, so that you can see what you're doing. Now I have a lot of unread messages because I was discarding my things. So first of all, you have this box, which is the real add-on really, and you have discard, next, and stop. Discard here simply discards all the auctions you have going on one at a time. So when you press discard, I'll show you, it's gonna remove all my listed auctions that I had here and goes everything back to your mail. So this is how you can quickly panic mode remove all your auctions if you misplace something, to quickly remove them before somebody bids on them, and that's that. The other things that I like about this add-on, because I'm using the auction house quite a lot, and especially for duplicate items, it's amazing to do. So first of all, what you do is you press next, and then the add-on says I'm learning. So the add-on is trying to say, what do you want to sell? You have to move the item a slot so that the add-on gets, you want to sell this item. You can't just select the item, you actually need to move the item so the add-on knows which one to select. You simply fill in the minimum bid price you want, and the buyout price is the same shit as you would do it here. So minimum and buyout is the same as this. And then this one is for how long you want the listing to be on the auction. So it's like this duration thing. It's just the same thing. So here I wanted 48 hours, so I'm getting 48 hours. And then the spread will be how much margin you want between the minimum bid and the buyout price. So if you do 1% of minimum bid, if you do 1% here, it's gonna take 1% margin from minimum bid and do 1% margin from buyout price. So it's not gonna be always the same prices when you put them on auction house. It's always gonna be 1%. And if you do 0, it's always gonna be this exact value. For example, if you do 1%, you're gonna see, and we do next, it's gonna put all the lobster shells one at a time, because you have 5 in the back, but the add-on only takes 1 at a time. And you press next, it's gonna sell all of them. You see that? My whole bag got emptied because it threw all of them on the auction house. When you go to my auctions, you see that all of the prices are different because there was this 1% margin on the minimum bid and on the buyout price. If we do, for example, 0, let's discard this to remove all the listings. That went a bit slow, but it still worked. So we do again next, so he learns what you want to sell. It's this one. We do 0% margin and we list everything. You can see that everything is exactly the same price. Now the only downside with this that I found is that it always resets to 1% when you take another item. So it's always going to do this 1%. So if you really want this exact price to be this price, simply always put 0. Now minimum stack, I have no clue what this is. I've never used it and I don't think it's any useful because it's been fine without it. I've been trying to search it high and low, but no result. I don't know what similar is either, so I'm not sure what these things are. But this, I'm mainly using it to quickly sell stuff on auction house if I have a lot of stuff, because it's really annoying to do it for every single item individually alone. Another great thing is that you saw that my price is already filled in. The add-on remembers how much you sold something for the last time, so it's going to do that the same thing for the next item. Now it doesn't work for everything. For example, the lightning bolt skin, it doesn't work somehow, but everything else so far it works. So it's really rarely that something doesn't go well. It's not the perfect addition, but it's a really nice touch to your auction life to have this add-on to quickly sell stuff. So really great add-on to do, to quickly do auction house stuff on, to quickly list items, especially if you have duplicate items. For example, you want to do potions, right? You want to sell potions here and you want to do 5 at a time. So we have this here and you want to sell 5 at a time. So let's make a stack of 5. And then we make it learn and we move the 5 stack simply a spot. It's gonna take 5 of them and he knows there's 28 in your bag. So he's gonna sell them in groups of 5. Now the problem with this is that sometimes it might bug. Let's do 50,000 because I've never sold this on the auction house before, and do maximum listing because I don't want people to buy this now, just to show you guys, so no spread. Do next, it's gonna take 5 each time out of the stack. It should at least. Let's see if it's gonna break at some point. No, it didn't break. So as you can see, it took 5 every time, and then the leftover it also sells them, and then for the same price. So it calculates the price per item and puts it up normally. So it's a really great add-on to quickly list items. There you go. Discard. Stop. So that is for AucEDSman.